Good evening and welcome to the latest edition of the Storm Report Live. It's good to be back. We've been away for a couple weeks, but we are presented by Bennington and Manchester, JC Tractor, the Bennington Rescue Squad, Kingsbred, and Ramontos North Adams. Today's guests are defensive back Toni Sands and offensive and defensive lineman Troy Johnson. Both Toni and Troy are new to the team for 2020, so thank you both for taking the time coming on today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So how you guys doing this evening?
Good. Doing lovely.
Good. So I want to kind of have you guys on since you're both new to kind of get a chance to introduce yourselves to everybody out there and get a minute to kind of learn about you guys. So I'm going to kick it right off. I'm going to go right over to Toni. So Toni, the first question I have for you is, where did you grow up and what high school did you go to?
I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. Mm-hmm. But I did go to High School of Science and Technology in Springfield, Mass.
Excellent. So you did you end up playing your whole high school career in Mass, or did you spend some time in Michigan?
I spent my whole I moved when I was in my 8th grade. Yeah.
Okay.
I moved back to Springfield in 8th grade, mm-hmm. And then I spent my whole high school career in Springfield.
Excellent. So for you, where did the love of the game come from? What made you want to play football?
Honestly, I played because my cousins play.
Mm.
I really play baseball, but I played because of my cousin Michael Warren and Monty Warren. I played because of them.
So there you go. They're definitely somebody to look up to for sure. They're pretty well known in the area for certain.
Yeah.
So what age did you begin playing football?
I played off and on since Pee Wee. Like I said, I really focused on baseball most of my, throughout when I was a kid. I'm just now really getting into playing football.
Mm-hmm. No, that's for me, the multi-sport athlete that has experience in other sports, to me, in my opinion, make the best players overall. What was the very first position that you ever played in football? Did you always were you always a defensive back, or did you kind of work your way around?
No, I was a wide receiver for a very, very long time. And then I took a real nasty hit, and I didn't want to play offense no more.
So you basically want to put the shoe on the other foot then, basically is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. One. Sorry, I got distracted there for a minute. What was your earliest football memory?
Actually, I played on a Pee Wee team in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And I caught a pass like I was T.O. And that was my earliest memory of playing football.
Now,
I'm sorry, my son want to join the conversation.
Oh, of course. No, that's absolutely right. That's absolutely good. That's my daughter just left me. Matter of fact, so she was here a minute ago. Growing up, was there a player coach that you looked up to? You may have kind of already answered that question already, but
well, I looked up to my cousins, but my mom was a Cowboys fan, and I liked to play defensive back and tight end. So Deion Sanders was my guy.
No,
I wanted to be prime time. I felt like I was prime time.
Nothing wrong with that. So I guess that kind of leads into the next question. Was there a player that you kind of modeled your game after? Obviously, Deion being one of those guys. But
Deion.
Yep, for sure. No, he especially he was so dominant for so long, and he had a ton of personality to go with it. So it was kind of hard to root against him.
And the great part about it, he was a baseball guy.
That's right. Yeah, full circle, absolutely. Throughout your football career, was there anyone that kind of pushed you along the way, or is it something that kind of came from within?
My cousin Monty.
Mhm.
He pushed me a lot, and my cousin Mike, he gives me a little push. But my cousin Mike, he's the one that really pushed me a lot, and he got me back into the game.
Um, after high school, did you have any plans or any hopes or any intentions of playing after high school, or do you think that was just kind of going to be as far as it went?
Honestly, after high school, that was all. Football was done for me right after high school. Yeah, I actually left Massachusetts, period, and went down to Florida for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came back, I needed an outlet. My mind wasn't right, and my cousin Mike told me to come play for the Wolverines, and that was my first year when I played with the Wolverines.
Yeah. What year was that? The first year? I lost track of time at this point. What was your first?
I think it was 2017, right?
17? Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
During your high school years, was there a game or a play that you always look back on and said, "Man, that was awesome"?
Yeah, yep. I tell people this all the time, man. I was playing against a high school called Dean Tech,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a girl as their quarterback, and I didn't know it was a girl, and I came off the defensive end. I came fast, and I kind of took her out of the game.
Oh, jeez.
And, yeah, and that's my main focus of memories. I always come back to, and
Yeah.
I try to teach people how to,
That's something you certainly don't forget about. So this season will be your first season with this team. What kind of attracted you to come to play for the Storm this season?
My guy Chino, he told me since he left. Me and Chino, that's my guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When I started playing with the Bearcats, he knew mine and everybody too, so he put me under his wing. Like he brought me in like I was family too. So and then when he had the falling out with the Bearcats, he was, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He was talking to me about it. He was like, Tony, you might as well come over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is a better organization. And me personally, I wanted to wait out my year. You know what I mean? I don't start something.
No, I
and
agree.
do something else. I finish out what I do, and then you know what I mean?
No, I don't encourage. I don't cheer for any of those. I don't cheer for that kind of thing to happen. It's It's just, for me. It's. I mean,
But the way he explained it to me, they kind of forced him to. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. No,
to my knowledge, they forced him to go to you guys.
Sure. No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. No, I have a lot of respect for Chino. I mean, obviously Chino was with us in 17, and then having him back, last year certainly helped us kind of get back to where we were. So 2020, what would you consider a successful season for yourself this season?
A championship.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I can't settle for nothing less than a championship.
No, you and me both.
I got one my first year playing ever, and I want to get another one.
No, I love to do
I really didn't feel like I earned the one I won my first year, but I want to earn this one, and I'm not settling for nothing less.
No, I feel the same way. I mean, I don't know how many people I've had on since the beginning of this, but pretty sure that everyone's answered that question the same way, and that's certainly the goal. What are you looking forward to most this season as it starts to materialize here?
I just want to get out there and play. I need to have fun with my guys, and you know what I mean? We build and we have fun. We get loud and we joke when we play. I need that. I can get back to. I feel like I'm a teenager again when I'm 34.
No, it's contagious. Being able to be with guys that are there for the same reason. There's nothing better than that, especially when they like to have fun. So, winning is fun, and if we can continue to do that, we're going to have a pretty good year. Being a new player to this team, and what do you what do you think your teammates should expect out of you this season? What will they get out of Toni?
They got the hardest working person on the team. I work hard, and I make sure I work hard. You can ask Joe. Joe, I know I work hard. Everybody was telling me after our first practice how I was doing good, and and I felt like I didn't even do anything at practice.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I felt like I can do better.
Well, that's
and every game I'm gonna try to get better than what I did the game before.
Yeah, because otherwise, why are you practicing? I mean, if you're not getting better, then what are you doing? You're not. You're shortchanging yourself ultimately, and in the team as well. So I respect those that come in and get the job done. So outside of football, do you have any passions?
My kids. I like to play around and hang out with my kids. I have a nephew that's into football real hard, and I go out and show him anything I can. We go do drills. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I like to be with family.
No, that's time obviously really well spent, because that's time you just will never be able to get back. As states start to open up here, what are you most excited about getting back to? Like, is it going to the movies? Is it going to dinner? What are you looking forward to the most once we get rolling here?
Honestly, I haven't felt like anything changed because I work daily.
Yeah,
and that's all I really do.
Sure.
I want to get to. I want to be able to get down to Florida so I can see my other family down there.
Yep.
That's what I've been waiting on. Once this stuff open up, I'm going down to Florida and I'm going to see my mom and my cousins and my aunt. And I have a daughter down there, so I'm going down there and I'm seeing her too.
That's the hardest part with all this, is not being able to see your extended family. I mean, technically you can, but you want to be respectful and safe all at the same time, and it definitely wears on you not being able to see your family.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, thank you, Toni. I'm going to hop over to Troy here. You're more than welcome to hang out here, because what I'll do is I'll ask him his questions and we'll wrap up and we'll make it happen. So, hey, Troy.
Yes.
Hey, first question right out of the gate. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Springfield, and then I moved to South Hadley when I got to about 6th grade.
Now, where did the football itch come for you? Like, what made you just want to go and play, put the helmet and pads on?
It was like something kind of like forced upon me, actually. It was I was getting in a lot of trouble. I was really angry, so I needed an outlet. And football just happened to be the perfect outlet. It was like the first time I actually got some positive recognition, and I just went with it ever since.
So, do you think that ultimately kind of drove you to your success, is having that fire inside you, so to speak?
For sure. At a young age, I needed just structure. In football, there's no greater game for structure. You learn so much about yourself and how to be a man. So football really is a tool that we can't lose.
No, for sure. I mean, that's especially right now, not to get into the nitty gritty stuff, but being able to get back together as a group and putting some positive energy into something is something we're very much looking forward to getting back to. Growing up throughout your years of football, was there somebody that kind of pushed you along the way, or that kind of come from within?
It came from several people. Too many to actually name.
Sure.
That's one great thing about football is when you're doing well, everybody likes to comment and give you the high praises. So in some aspects that's good, some aspects that's bad, but it came from both within and from other people.
Yeah. So when you first started playing football, was there a player that influenced you, or you just kind of find it on your own?
Like an NFL player?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a teammate, a family member, anybody.
Well, the first player that really stuck out to me was when I got to South Hadley, this player named John Mata. He was a defensive back for South Hadley, and he was literally the best athlete I've ever seen, and I just wanted to kind of mimic him and replicate what he was. So he kind of laid the groundwork for what I tried to become.
Sure. Now, when you first started, what was the first position that you played? Did you just hop on the field and you knew you were going to play here or there, or was it an evolution?
Nope, it was just jump in there. I really didn't know the rules. Nose tackle.
Yeah, see, that's a good, actually, in my opinion, probably one of the best places to be, because there isn't, outside of going off sides, there isn't a heck of a lot of things you could do wrong.
Right. Yep.
Well, you can just kind of play football and not worry about all the other stuff, you know. Back in high school, what high school team did you play for?
The South Hadley Tigers.
During your high school days, was there a game or a play or, you know, an event that you kind of look back on and really kind of cherish?
Yeah, winning the Super Bowl my senior year was something very special. Just because we had lost it my sophomore year, so it was kind of like redemption. So that's something I always kind of keep close to me, is that win.
Yeah, and I'm you know, to kind of link it up to where we are this year. I mean, last year we made it to the championship game, didn't get the job done, so I guess you can call this a redemption tour.
Yep.
That's kind of what's fueling a lot of these guys, and even with Toni, just with the example that he gave, he got, he's a part of a team in 17, but I feel as though his hunger burns to get the job done. So I definitely understand where you guys are coming from. Now after high school, you went on to college. Where did you play? I think the T-shirt kind of gives that away.
Yeah.
I asked the question anyways.
I went to Hobart College in upstate New York, a small liberal arts school.
And you were named to what? The 2000. I guess it's the 2010 All-Decade.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a great honor, actually. There's so many great players I got to play with. So just to be one of those is something that I really appreciate.
No, it's very impressive. That's one of the, when we do these, players joining the team, that's one of the things that jumped out to a lot of people. And they think, wow, that's quite the honor. So as we fast forward, through Hobart and now we're into 2020, what ultimately brought you to the Storm? What made you look to be part of this team?
Just the way you guys are run. You guys are run very well. I think that I would fit in perfectly with you guys. And I kind of also want to learn from you guys behind the scenes. I know that I can't play football forever, and I kind of want to learn how to run a team better. So I think I can get everything I need out of the Storm while winning a championship, of course.
No, for sure. No, I mean, we're, we have to, just like any other business in a sense, you always got to be ready, to help people grow, and it doesn't just stop on the football field. So if there's a way that we can, last couple of years, we've had a Lias who's been with us for a couple of years. He's actually I guess you can call him an intern, but he's going to it's escaped me right now. I want to say Castleton College, but anyway, he's going for sports management. He's been with us the last couple seasons, so he's been a great asset. So any way that we can teach along the line, and we can learn we've learned from him too. So it's definitely a two-way street. So we're definitely all about that. Now, I know I think we've pretty much touched on this already, but I'm going to ask you the question anyhow. But what do you consider a successful 2020 season?
Winning a championship, obviously, that's the most important thing. Not the most important thing, but it's up there. And also a little personal growth myself as far as a player. As I get up there in age, it gets harder to be motivated. So I kind of want to prove to myself I can still play at a high level.
Yeah, and I think you definitely, both of you guys are going to contribute to the team in a ton of ways, because we can get better, and as long as we work together, I think we have a very good chance of being very successful. Where are you most comfortable, on the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball?
I would say definitely defensive line. I've been playing offensive line the last couple of years out of necessity. So I'm kind of itching to get back on the defensive line. where I stack up against some of these younger guys.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're lucky. I don't want to say lucky, but as it stands right now, I certainly foresee you playing primarily, if not just defense. We're lucky enough to have some good offensive linemen, and they're still coming in as the days go on. So I'm really looking forward to getting you a chance to work with the group because I think you can certainly help us up front. And then the last question I have here for you, ask Toni this as well. As states start opening up and restrictions start to be a little less, what are you looking forward to being able to do again?
Football. It's time to start hitting.
Yeah, no, it's time, especially with the weather being the way that it is. I mean, it's tough for us because, I mean, I don't know how other teams operate, but realistically, we should be entering month 2 of practice.
Yeah.
And it's, we're trying to do everything we can to keep moving. But, there's a lot of restrictions and things we have to be mindful of, and they're ever changing. But as things roll along here, I'm pretty sure we're going to get started more consistently here pretty soon. So with that, I want to thank both of you guys for taking the time this evening, and really look forward to getting a chance to see you guys in the purple, black, and green, so to speak. So
Storm.
yes, absolutely. All right, guys, have a great night. We'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.
You too.